I'm Lisa Crichton-Jones, Executive Director of People and OD here at the Trust, and this is a really important day for us, World Mental Health Day 2021. If I had a friend or a colleague who I was worried about, I think the most important thing to me is asking them how they are, and asking not just once, but twice and perhaps 3 times. It's okay not to be okay. And I think really taking the time to ask that question and to ask it properly is really, really important.
If I was worried about a friend or a colleague's mental health, then I think the most important thing to do is to start a conversation. Ask them how they are, and if they say they're okay, ask them again. Let them know that you care and that you're there for them whenever they are ready to talk.
To ask about someone's mental well-being, I think it's useful to start with something like, I've noticed you're not yourself lately. Is everything okay? How are you? And when they tell you that they're fine, which they probably will, ask them again. No, tell me how you really are.
If you've got a friend or a colleague who you're concerned about and you can see that there's a change in the way that they are, perhaps they're more quiet or they've been a bit more annoyed about things, then usually the best thing to do is take them to one side and tell them what you've noticed. Say, I've noticed you've been more quiet, or I've noticed you've been really angry recently. What's going on? I'm here to listen. And listening's the most important thing. And it's not about finding answers and saying, oh, well, I've had that before, and yeah, when it happened to me, this is what I did. It's just about listening. And then actually saying to somebody, thanks for sharing that with me. It sounds like you're having a really bad time. And if I can do anything at all to help, please just let us know. So it's just being there in the moment, and often talking is one of the best medicines for people who are struggling.
For me, good mental health isn't about being happy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's about being able to cope with the challenges that life throws in our path every single day. It's about having a level of self-awareness so that you know yourself. You know when you need to ask for help, when you need to come off social media for a while, when you need to get a good night's sleep, go for a walk. So that level of self-awareness and knowing what it is that can help you to have good mental health, I think is really important.
For me, good mental health is feeling in control of both my working and personal life. It's about balance and ensuring that I get plenty of rest, and it's about spending time with my friends and my family. It is feeling motivated by challenges and not overwhelmed by them.
Good mental health to me is all about balance, having good work and good employment, but really importantly, having time away from work to do the things that matter to me. And particularly that's spending time with family and friends, and spending time in the fresh air with my little dog out across the fields, really taking time to reflect and unwind. And that's what I really value, and that sense of balance.
I think one of the biggest questions that often get asked is about what is good mental health, and I don't have the magic answer. What I know for me is that I like to feel that I'm in control, that I feel calm, that I'm not feeling too anxious, that I get a good night's sleep, that I'm able to do all the things that I want to do without feeling anxious about doing that. And it's about sometimes just being in the moment, just living in the moment.
I feel like the stigma around mental health is reducing, but that we still have some way to go. Everyone has been affected by the COVID pandemic to some degree, and as a result, I think we are more personally aware of mental health. People care for people, and I feel that is very true of the staff working in Gateshead. So I would ask you to trust your colleagues and your managers and find someone you can talk to about your mental health.
I think there is still a lot of stigma around mental health. I do think it's better than it used to be, but it's definitely still there in some areas. Working in our organisation, I think what I would say is you're not alone. There are lots of people who feel the same. You will not be judged. There's lots of help available. Please ask for help if you think you need it. and look out for other people as well, because there absolutely shouldn't be any difference between our physical health and our mental health. And we definitely wouldn't judge somebody for having a broken leg, for example.
In terms of stigma around mental health, we know that sadly there still can be stigma around mental health illness. And the advice I would give somebody working to the Trust who was worried about their own mental health is how we really want Gateshead to be a great place to work, to be welcome, to be inclusive and to be caring. So I would say if you're worried about your mental health, please find somebody to talk to. That might be a colleague, a friend, a manager, a trade union rep, one of our network chairs. There are over 4,000 people in this organisation, and there absolutely will be people amongst us who care and will really, really value taking the time to support you, to listen and to help you. Thanks very much.
Sadly, there's still a lot of stigma around mental health, and considering we work in the healthcare profession, I sometimes find this quite upsetting really. But here at the QE, we try really hard to make sure that we're inclusive. And if somebody is struggling, then we've got lots of different ways that we can help people. If you go to the wellbeing part of the intranet site, you'll be able to see that there's lots of ways that you can connect and lots of groups that you can join. There's lots of opportunities to find someone to talk. So we'll have lots of mental health champions here. We'll also have a lot of mental health first aiders. So find who your mental health first aider or champion is in your area and make sure that you can talk to them.